Today, this Sunday, we are celebrating World Day for Grandparents and the Elderly. And that is why Pope Francis has a special message for us. Message of His Holiness Pope Francis for the Third World Day for Grandparents and the Elderly. Pope Francis reads the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 1, verses 39 to 56, on the visitation of Mary. Mary visited her cousin Elizabeth. And Elizabeth was filled with joy. So the Pope asked our young people, to visit our grandparents or the elderly who are alone, to bring them joy. Bring them joy. And in turn, our grandparents and elderly will share with us their experiences, their wisdom, and their memory. I read to you the words of Pope Francis. God wants young people to bring joy to the hearts of the elderly, as Mary did to Elizabeth, and gain wisdom from their experiences. Yet, above all, the Lord wants us not to abandon the elderly or to push them to the margins of life, as tragically happens all too often in our time. Now, in modern time, we got no time even for ourselves, no time for our children, and of course, no time for these old people. So we push them aside. We push them away. No, and no. We have to visit them, bring them joy, and get their experiences, their memory, and their wisdom they share with you. That's what I try to do myself. I'm 73 years old. I try to share with the younger priests my experiences, my memory, and my wisdom. Of course, the wisdom has to be the wisdom of God. Second quotation. The message is very long, so I just quote to you a few. Let us honor them. Let us honor our grandparents, our grandfathers and mothers, and the elderly, neither depriving ourselves of their company nor depriving them of ours. May we never allow the elderly to be cast aside. May we never allow our elderly to be cast aside. So keep company with the elderly. Be with them. Don't cast them aside. Because as I know, the modern world, everybody is busy. We don't even have time for ourselves. No time for our children. No time even to come to church. So we got time for the elderly. Cast them aside. Throw them away. No, and no. That quotation. I renew my invitation to everyone. Dioceses, parishes, associations, and communities to celebrate this day and to make it the occasion of a joyful and renewed encounter between young and old. So the Pope asked all the dioceses in the world, the parishes in the world, the communities, associations to celebrate this Sunday, World Day for the godparents and the elderly, to bring joy to the young people, joy to the elderly. Yes. To you, the young who are preparing to meet in Lisbon, Portugal, or to celebrate the World Youth Day in your own countries. You know, World Youth Day in Portugal, Lisbon, is from the 1st to the 6th of August. Our young priest, Father Stanley, is already in London. From last night, he flew from Tawau to KL. This morning, KL to London. I think now he must be flying from London to Portugal. So, but some of us, of course, cannot afford to go to Portugal. but we can celebrate World Youth Day in our own parishes. So what has the Pope to tell us, to you the young, who are preparing to meet in Lisbon, Portugal, to celebrate World Youth Day to celebrate World Youth Day in our own countries? I would ask, before you set out on your journey, visit your godparents, or an elderly person who lives alone. Their prayers will protect you, and you will carry in your hearts the blessing of that encounter. I ask you, the elderly among us, to accompany by your prayers the young people about to celebrate World Youth Day. So the Pope asked the young people, before you celebrate World Youth Day, visit your grandparents and also the elderly, be grandparent and the elderly. Uh, so your grandparents and elderly will pray for you, and you'll carry in your heart a blessing because you visited the elderly and your grandparents. And the Pope asked the grandparents, elderly, pray for the young people about to celebrate World Youth Day. Last quotation. Dear grandparents, dear elderly brothers and sisters, may the blessing of the embrace between Mary and Elizabeth come upon you and fill your hearts with peace. With great affection, I give you my blessing, and I ask you, please pray for me. From Pope Francis. Thank you for your attention, and God bless you.